Yeah? Do you want to go for a walk?
It's Vlogmas time, come and see. I'm hanging out with my reindeer Geeg. The lights are bright, the cocoa's hot. Come and sing our jingle with all you got.
It's Betty time, and it is the most wonderful day of the year. Spotify Wrapped Day. So I got myself a little breakfast. I'm not crazy about my outfit today, but I'll do a little fit check. The bodysuit is thrifted, but it's originally Good American. The cardigan is thrifted, and it's got these really cute fuzzy sleeves. Very early 2000s. The pants are thrifted, the shoes are New Balance. The problem with this outfit is the shoes. I just couldn't make up my mind this morning, and then I realized it was snowing, and I was like, whatever, sneakers, bye. So, not crazy about the fit, but this is what I look like today. All I want to do is talk about my Spotify Wrapped, and work keeps getting in the way. What's that about? It's already after 5 o'clock, but I'm gonna try to go to the banks because I genuinely did not have time to pay the bill. And I gotta do some deposits. I don't know what time BMO closes at, but I'm gonna try to make it there. I tried to go to BMO and they're closed. I also have to go to TD, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna be open. They're usually open late. Oh, it's so pretty in there. One thing I really like about TD is their hours. Are you ready for the snow? Let's go! My goodness! It's snow, baby! Left! For a dog that does not like water, it's so funny to watch how much she enjoys the snow. It's so cute. She's like sticking her little nose in, taking a little bite of snow every couple steps. Silly, goofy, crazy, that's my baby. Silly, goofy, crazy, that's my baby. All day I've been trying to talk about my Spotify Wrapped, and it's finally time, but I'm so stinking cold in my apartment. I have my lips tattooed, and you can still see they're kind of turning bluish purple. Isn't that crazy? That's either on circulation or just the temperature in general. I'm really not sure. However, I'm going to make a little TREAT for myself because I started my period today and I am craving chocolate. I am that stereotypical, whatever. And while I make my little snack, why don't you guess who my top artist was in the comments? Why don't you guess who my top artist was in the comments? I bet you'll never get it. I bet you'll never guess who my top artist for 2024 would be. And now we have a snack break. What did I tell you? I'm in a peanut butter era. I'm giving Gigi the peanut butter bowl. You're so funny. Here you go. And while she eats that quietly, I'm gonna talk about my Spotify Wrapped finally. Are you ready? I'm gonna start with podcasts because I was just talking about my number 5 podcast yesterday, Just Trish. Number 4, Only Friends, that's with Carly and Aaron. Number 3, Good Influences, also with Carly and Aaron, as well as Mike Sheffer and Matt King. Number 2, This Might Get Weird with May-Marie Hart and Grace Helbig. And number 1 is Fluently Forward with, I think her name is Shannon, I want to say McNamara, but I might have just made up her last name. Moving on to minutes listened. I do have to kind of give a little disclaimer for my minutes because it's a ridiculous number. But keep in mind, I listen to a podcast called Rain on Tent every night. It helps Gigi and I both sleep. It kind of gets rid of the exterior noise in this like older creaky apartment, or like when the girls upstairs would have conversations loudly, sometimes we could hear it, and just having Rain on Tent going at night was is very calming. So my minutes listened, everybody else's was like 8,000, 20,000, 25,000. Mine is 161,345 minutes on Spotify. Like I said, that does include podcasts and music, but it's just really funny. So I checked to see how many hours it is, and it's 2,689 hours. And then in days, it's 112 days of my life I have been spending listening on Spotify, which is crazy. That's like a third of a year. Like 365 days. I can't do math, but you know what I mean. And now for my top artists of the year. If you did not guess Taylor Swift as my top artist, are you even paying any attention to me? Why are we here? You know what I mean? So number 1, Taylor. I did realize Blink-182 isn't on my top artists this year, and that's really sad because they have been one of my top artists and they are my favorite band for many years. However, the number 2 spot went to Charlie XCX. It was a Brat Summer. Can't deny that at all. 3 was Casey Musgraves. She's been off and on my top 5, so I kind of expected that, especially since she put out her album Deeper Well. Was that the name of the album? Yeah. Deeper Well. Yes. She put out that album this spring. Honestly, this entire year, there were so many great albums, and I listened to a lot of music. So number 4, Post Malone. If it would have provided us with top albums, I think Post Malone's album could have been number 1 because I listened to it so much, and it only came out like, what, 2-3 months ago? I don't know when it was, but when I went to pick up my new cowboy boots today, I told the girl that was getting them for me that I had tickets to see Post Malone and Kelsey Ballerini next year, and she was like, did you say next year? I forget that like live music isn't everybody's hobby. Like, yeah, next year. Of course we gotta plan ahead, don't we? Megan Roney is number 5. I don't know if I would have put her as my number 5 as much as I love her. I think she made number 5 because I listened to her song Break It Right Back like a lot of times, and that is my number 3 top song. I'm doing this backwards now. My number 5 top song was Shut Up by Jessie Reyez featuring Big Sean, and that is a banger. Do not sleep on that song. Number 4 is Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm like 50-50 surprised at that. I do think I listened to a couple other songs more, but at the same time, it was the second song after Shut Up. So every time I played Shut Up, I played Please, Please, Please in my playlist. So that makes sense. Break It Right Back by Megan Maroney was number 3. I'm doing this backwards. Number 2 was Wait by Kelsey Ballerini. And that song just came out like in November, I think, or maybe late October. Anyway, I had that song on repeat. Last but not least, obviously, because this is my number 1 song, Doing Better by Fletcher. And I think that came out in the spring, and I did listen to it a lot. So that checks out. That makes sense. That deserves that spot. And I think that is everything that I wanted to share. Today's Christmas song of the day is going to be relevant to all of our music talk today, specifically my favorite music. So I have chosen Santa Baby by Miss Taylor Allison Swift herself. It's got a little twang to it. It's like Baby Taylor. It's very cute. She also does Last Christmas, but if I had to pick, I would, of course, pick Santa Baby. So I've added it to the playlist right now so I don't forget. And I'm gonna also link my top songs of 2024 in case anybody's interested. And that's all for today. We did it. We're done. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I want you to. Thank you. Betty buys.